All right, guys, welcome back. Once we get done with the indoor stuff, I always like to recommend coming outside or indoors in this case and doing a little bit of the static stuff, but on the snow. That way you can really feel how the snow is sliding. You can also kind of jump around a little bit, get used to it. Same thing that we did indoors, you're going to do it outside. So just get used to the snow, how slippery it is. Lifting those edges, one toe up, one toe down, making the twist, making the tilt, bending the knees, torso upright, just to kind of get the feel for the snow. Once you've done that, then you want to make your way up onto the hill just a little bit to start working on that first edge. Once we've done indoor static, we've done outdoor static on the flats, it's time to go up the hill just a tiny bit, find a good progression, somewhere that's not too steep. What you want to do is you want to scoot the board as close to your butt as possible. Hands are going to come down. As you start to push yourself forward, you're going to get a shoulder forward, you're going to stand up, and your toes are going to be upright just a little bit, just enough to balance on the heel side edge. If you have trouble with this step, it's always good to ask a neighbor, a friend, someone with you, or even a stranger on the hill. Snowboard Jesus, could you help me? So one good thing, if you're helping a friend out, when you stand in front of me, he's going to hold me right here. My foot's going to come onto his board as he pulls me up a little bit. Oh, can you help me? And you're just going to help somebody out. If you got a friend there, another good thing when you're starting down the hill, if you're bad with balance, is to have a friend to hold you. We hold I can't balance, right? So all right, the first edge I personally start teaching people is the heel side edge. In my opinion, it's the easiest. You want to have your knees bent, torso upright, always looking where you're going. I tend to sit back in a chair a little bit. Currently, I'm on that little flat spot. When I'm ready to go, both toes together are going to come down. When I'm ready to slow down or stop, I slowly lift those toes up. So if I push those toes down, start to go forward. Want to stop, I lift them up just ever slightly in order to balance on that heel side edge. When I want to go direction, I can push down on one toe or the other in the direction that I want to go, and then I hold that position. So I'm pushing down on the front toe a little bit, back toes up a little, and I'm going one direction. If I want to go the other way, just the opposite. Shift the hips, shift the weight, down on one toe, up on the other, ever so slightly, traversing across the hill. Ready to come to a stop, I lift up the toes and come to a stop. If you have trouble with this, it's always good to ask someone for help. Snowboard Jesus, would you help me? Whether they're holding your hand, both hands, this gives me a little comfort. It also tends to help people, you know. What are you looking at me like that for? I'll give them comfort. Having somebody there to just kind of hold you does a couple of things. Kind of helps you feel a little bit more comfortable, but also it can really help with the balance. The next step after you've learned that traverse is going to be the toe side edge. When I do my toe side edge, I start out on the heels. It makes it a little bit easier. Sit down on my butt. Going from toes to heels while sitting down can be a little bit tough. What I recommend is sprawl out, twist the feet, and then the body comes around. So just like the heel side edge, everything's pretty much the same, except I'm sticking my belly out versus sitting down in a chair. So when I stand up, my heels are up and even. My knees are bent, my torso's upright, my belly's out, so my center of mass is over that toe side edge. When I'm ready to go down and even, straight, both heels come down slightly, and I hold it there. When I want to come to a stop, I lift up those heels, and I'm balancing on the toes. When I want to go a direction, weight goes over, one heel comes down. I hold it. When I want to go the other direction, shift the hips, weight over the front foot, this heel comes down, other one's up a little bit. When I want to stop, both of them slowly come up together. A couple of tips with this, same thing. Ask a friend to help. Snowboard Jesus, comfort me again. I start to go down, he's just here to hold me in case oh, you got me. What was that? On a floor. We're gonna go on the next step, which is S turns.